My boyfriend is constantly talking to me about his new friend. He talks about how she's interesting, the female version of himself, and how he wants to grow their friendship.
What up, y'all? Josh and Issy here once again with another quality video.
Not just any quality video. Our first Love 'em or Leave 'em of 2023.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first of everything.
I know.
2023. You guys really liked these back in the day. We thought we'd bring back at least one staple from the old days. And Love 'em or Leave 'em is still a way for us to impart some good knowledge on you guys. And at the same time, have a little fun. But anyways, without being too long-winded, let's just go ahead and hop into this video.
Alright, Love 'em or Leave 'em. Number one. You've known this person for 8 years and had a fling with them. During this fling, they told you they loved you and that they couldn't continue it. Yet, they don't let you out of their life and continue to find ways to suck you back in, saying that you can't get rid of me even if you try. I do enjoy their friendship, but I am in love with them. Am I crazy for hoping that they'll change their mind sometime, or should I leave them in the dust?
I would say keep your options open.
My thing is, if they're talking about they can't be with you, but they refuse to let you go, personally, when it gives playground energy, I say leave. This is giving playground. Either they want to be with you or they don't. Either they can commit or they can't. It can't be this 1 foot in, 1 foot out of it, and like commitment and exclusivity. I think that's playground energy, personally.
People don't really appreciate what they have until it's being taken away from them.
Right.
So I think you removing yourself from the equation may be the straw that breaks the camel's back and kind of convinces bro that like, dang, I really did have a good thing on my hands. Maybe I should take this way more serious.
Also, nobody can force you to stay in anything you don't want to. You had said continue to find ways to suck you back in. Well, thank God for the block, delete.
Never give someone that much power over you.
Yeah, that ain't it. Because it's starting to give gaslighty energy.
Yeah, only person you should give that kind of energy or control over you is Jesus Christ. Okay, Love 'em or Leave 'em. We've been together for a year and he's met some of my family, but I haven't met any of his. He says he really isn't close with his family besides his children. What do I do?
Okay, you're gonna love them through it. You need a conversation about meeting the family. Especially if this is something that is serious, you want it to be long term, y'all are gonna be in each other's life. That there's one thing that me and Josh have realized since getting married and being serious with each other is that you are committing to the family as well.
Yeah, it's not just the other person, it's that person and their family.
Yes.
And I mean, you know, getting to know the family kind of gives you
Insight.
Yeah, insight into their personal home life, their individual life that you wouldn't really know unless you saw them in their element. There could be past childhood traumas. There could be maybe even some relationships that need to be worked on in order to build a better relationship with them and their parents. Like, you never really understand the full dynamic until you get the whole family. So definitely want to see the family. I'm not the type to push a timeline on anybody because I think everybody does things at their own pace. But it is sort of like, yo, when are we gonna see the fam? Because if we're serious about this, I think seeing the fam should be a priority.
And just because they're not close with the fam doesn't take away from the fact that that is forever his fam.
Yeah, because you still need to see.
You still need to see. And why are they not close? Like, these are things that you need to investigate.
Are they not close because of them or because of them?
Right, and either way, if this is your person, you still need to know.
Love them or leave them. When they leave you two for a year, then randomly come back out of nowhere. I say love them.
You tried it.
You tried it.
You tried
I'm gonna say love them because I'm loving you.
You can love them or you can leave us. It's really up to you.
This is strictly a mission from up above. Trust me, we wasn't planning on coming back either.
Your prerogative, but we will be here.
And we'll love you.
Love them or leave them. I love you guys. Love you too. But here's the thing. My boyfriend is constantly talking to me about his new friend. He talks about how she's interesting, the female version of himself, and how he wants to grow their friendship. I'm trying to be the cool girlfriend, but I'm hurting at the same time. Every conversation we have about her ends in an argument. What should I do? Love him a lot, but it's hard when it feels like I'm second place for him. Yeah, that's borderline deuce it, sis.
If you
Borderline
feel like
deuce
one,
it.
two. If you feel like number two, go ahead and put that two in the air.
Yeah.
And leave.
2 finger swinging.
I couldn't. Everybody's relationship is different, but I couldn't imagine personally being in this relationship, and then she telling me about her new guy friend that just pulled up, and I'm feeling like, so do I need to meet him?
Now this hits a little different because we started as friends, so we already know.
I know what friends
territory, bruh.
I'm big on no. If they were there before me, I will deal with it accordingly. In a respectful, like there still needs to be a level of respect,
boundaries.
But if I hear about a new guy best friend, I'm instantaneously.
I'm excited to grow my relationship.
I'm asking all types of questions.
I think it's important to just know thyself in this situation, right? Some people aren't the jealous type. Some people aren't territorial, and maybe this can work. I will say, I think that's a very select few. But we don't like to generalize over here, so whatever your prerogative is. But for me,
in our house,
this ain't it.
Love them or leave them. This is about friendship. Okay, we can do a friendship.
Love them or leave them are friendships
it's
too,
friendship
by the way.
too.
It's any relationship.
Any relationship. They could be mother, fathers, we can get to it all. I feel my friend does not support me in the way that I do for her, but I always compromise to make her happy. Doesn't feel like my energy is completely reciprocated on her end, but she is like family and is tied to a lot of people in my life. My parents are her godparents. So not only is she my best friend, but she's my god sister. So she's in my life forever. Need some advice on how to work through this.
You're gonna love her. You almost said you don't have options. She's there regardless. But I definitely feel like it's a lover through it type of thing, especially like in adulthood. Relationships are starting to morph and change, and parties have to make adjustments for those relationships to continue working. To me, this just sounds like a easy, well, I won't say easy, but a sit-down conversation of you expressing how you feel, why, and kind of like the sandwich method, of reiterating like you love her, you appreciate and value, cherish the relationship, but makes me feel however, I really love to keep growing, and I really love you, the same.
That's a good sandwich. In my spiritual journey, I've learned that not all relationships are about what you receive. Sometimes your purpose in somebody's life is to serve them,
aka pour into them.
Not necessarily be like hand and foot serve them and all that. No, that's not what I'm saying. But like sometimes you are supposed to be the light for somebody else, and in some situations when that happens, you can feel like you're being depleted, which in a way you kind of are because you're pouring yourself out. Understand that reciprocation is not always going to happen, and you sometimes have to be okay with that. Especially in situations like this where you're saying this person's not going anywhere, and if you're looking for reciprocated energy, maybe look in the mirror for a second and say, well, maybe I shouldn't be pouring myself out as much, because if I'm feeling so depleted.
Yes, you said I always compromise to make her happy.
Yes.
That's in your control.
That's in your control, right there. That little tidbit right there is what you can control about this whole situation. How much of yourself that you pour out. And maybe if you pour yourself out a little bit less, help when absolutely necessary, not every time they call your name, then you will probably feel less depleted, and maybe there will probably feel like there's more reciprocation in that relationship. So a little self-reflection, but at the same time understanding that life isn't always about I give and get back immediately. Because if we're always giving with the intention to get back, is it truly selfless? I don't really think so. So love them, but adjust how you love.
And teach people how to treat you. Love them or leave them. Hey guys, so I'm about to go off to college this upcoming fall. Congrats. I have a boyfriend from high school.
Good luck.
We are going to two totally different colleges that are 3 hours and 30 minutes away from each other. He is worried that I will fall for someone else or just not want to be with him anymore because of the distance. I keep reassuring him that I will stay with him and he has nothing to worry about. What should I do? Stop that.
You want to run them?
Stop that.
Run them play by play?
Alright, just being real with you, sis. This is for any and everyone, okay? I don't recommend going to college with
baggage. I'm gonna let you cook.
Okay. Reason being, you are really entering into an entirely different world. You're gonna meet new people, and besides just like the commitment of like this is a high school relationship. I'm not gonna say fling because y'all are in a relationship. I've done it. Other people have tried to do it. If you like trying to force and hold on to something that really might need separation, that's when like turbulence begins in your relationship. Realistically, being full-time college students going to separate colleges that are 3.5 hours away from each other, you really have to start calculating, how much time am I really going to get to spend with this person? How much time will I be able to prioritize my relationship along with my school, new friends, any extracurricular activities that you have going on? Like, college is a whole new world, new space.
A whole new world.
Correct. So that was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It kind of got shaky at the end.
Yeah, it's okay. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells with it a little bit because I don't want to be insensitive to the relationship. I remember feeling like, no, I'm gonna hold on to this, and then I ended up marrying my college best friend. So
yep,
that happened.
I will say high school feels sort of like the kiddie pool when it comes to dating. You know, you have these feelings and these emotions and you feel like you understand and know what love is, but most,
You get a glimpse of it.
I'm not gonna say all,
Yeah.
but most don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen the tests and trials of adulthood life to really know that, you know, this person will stick through it, through the thick and thin. You've gone through high school, like you probably did like prom. I'm only saying love because I'm always like, you know, high school sweetheart.
No, you gotta be real. If it's our daughter, what you saying?
Oh, saying leave.
Exactly. I feel like we have to handle these like this because we do care about them though. You know what I mean? And I don't want to give BS advice.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
I
not
was
being
just
real with
pulling for
myself.
love. Like, I never want to tell somebody
know.
if you know for a fact in your heart of hearts that this is the person and they know for the fact that, like, if there's even an inkling.
How they know hearts of hearts and they ain't entered into this new world?
That's what I'm saying. Just let me cook. Let me cook.
Cook.
Let you cook.
Cook,
Okay,
man,
let me cook. If you know in your heart of hearts and they know in their heart of hearts and y'all are on the exact same page about this, y'all have a plan about like FaceTime dates, all this stuff, cool. Go for it. Take a risk. Why not? You know, it at least deserves a shot. But at the end of the day, understand this. What she was saying is completely true. You're entering into an entirely new environment. Entirely new environment.
Wasn't it?
It was good.
Thank you.
That being said, it sort of almost sounds like he's projecting fears for himself.
Yes.
Into the
I was gonna say that next.
You gonna let me cook though?
Sorry.
You gonna let me cook though? Okay.
Why are we having a conversation?
We are having a conversation. I'm just
Cook, man. You taking a nap on this meal. Shoot.
But anyways, it sounds like he's projecting a lot of these fears onto you. And people tend to do that when they have fears. That's what most people do when they start saying like, oh, you're going for that job? Like, they don't really care. They're just projecting their own fears on you. So keep that in mind. Keep that note. Probably say leave.
That's all you had.
I just wanted to cook it out. You know.
You was done cooking.
It was on the
You put it
stove.
back up in the oven. Now it burnt. Love them or leave them. They believe in God, but they would never go to church with you because they don't believe in it.
That's a very interesting conundrum, to be honest.
I don't know how you can quite believe in God and not believe in church, or at least the assembly of, because church, it depends on, are you talking about the literal brick and mortar? Because church is technically where two or more are gathered.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered, God is there. That's church.
Yes.
So if they don't believe in church, are they talking like
Brick and mortar?
If they're talking brick and mortar, well, first of all, I don't think I'm leaving.
If you want to go to church and I refuse to go to church.
And you refuse to go to church, I would have questions. I wouldn't say I'm leaving you. I'd have a lot of questions.
You might not leave them initially, but I feel like that puts an immediate strain on the relationship. Because if you want to grow in your spirituality and in the way you feel like that works best is you being around other Christians, and then I'm like, no, I'm good exactly where I'm at. What you gonna do with me? How are you guys gonna grow together in your spirituality?
That's true.
That's the only reason why I would kind of lean towards maybe deucing. Just because I don't think it's right for anybody to anchor anyone on a spiritual journey. I mean, really a journey in general, but we're talking about spirituality right now. And we always speak of how we want engines, not anchors, around us. To me, that sounds like an immediate anchor. If you're yearning to do that
Yeah.
and step in that direction. I think both of us have even said it recently, like we want to try to find either a church home or just start exploring different churches.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking if one of us was like, nah, I'm good.
I think at this point, I'm more so open to asking questions because it almost sounds like there's some kind of church hurt involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to give the advice to say like leave and then you don't figure this out first.
That's true.
I want you to get to the root of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to the root of it,
Is the answer.
then you'll find your answer. Because if there's some just like nonchalant, rooted, like, nah, I just don't like church.
You said they don't believe in it.
Well, then I would direct them to scripture and tell them where 2 or 3 are gathered, there's church. So y'all talking about God in that moment is technically church. We are the church. All of us.
Yeah.
We're all the church. So I personally have more questions about this than answers. I need to get to the root of it. That's why I'm not going to say love or leave. Well, I'm going to say love because we're talking about God here, and God's going to be loving at all times. So love, but if it's like that line in the sand and you feel like your spiritual growth is being stunted by this relationship, then yes, leave.
Yeah.
Don't ever compromise your relationship with God
for anyone.
For anybody.
Yeah.
Love them or leave them. They don't post you on their social medias even a little bit, but they have you as their header. He's not a social media person. Sometimes he gets on Facebook or Twitter. Otherwise, no. I like to be posted and shown off here and there. This one is tricky.
Because he doesn't post on social media.
He don't
really
post on social media
He's not a
at
social
all.
media person. I can give a quick answer when it's someone who's like active, they post often, blah, blah, and just refuse to post you. But if they're not on it at all,
but you're in the header.
You're a header.
Is it Facebook official?
Yeah, it's a Facebook official.
Just to change the Facebook status. That'll give you a real answer right there. If it's complicated.
I also feel like you saying I like to be posted and shown off here and there. Does he know that? Have you communicated that? Or is that just like this internal want that you're hoping he reads your mind one day? Because baby girl, that ain't the route.
Men ain't mind readers, I'll tell you that.
People aren't mind readers.
I don't know, sometimes I feel like you be reading my mind, but for sure men ain't no mind readers.
This is a love them. I feel like this is a love them situation. Just talk about it. Open the door, have the conversation, let them know how it makes you feel, and maybe the why.
And if this is a social media thing, I'm gonna have to get real with y'all about social media just being in it for so long. Why is it so important for you to be on said social media? It's
kind of the modern age way of how
Is it the modern age way?
Yes, of how people show off their significant other.
Okay.
It is.
'Cause I'm a big fan of, the relationship actually being solid.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because there's a lot of people that do that and show off their significant other, and this is just one big relationship flex.
Right.
But the relationship needs a lot of internal work.
Right.
And so if your relationship is good, real life, IRL, it's good there, then I wouldn't be too pressed about it not being on the internet. Because what's explained don't need to be understood. This is a relationship between me and you. Really, at the end of the day, no one else needs to know that we're good. We need to know we're good. This is what we're worried about.
I get what you're saying. I get what she's saying.
I get what you're saying. I totally get it. Appreciation is always nice, especially like public shows of displays of affection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure women eat that up.
It's almost sad, but it is where we're at.
It's
where we're at. And
it's where we're at. I don't like it is.
I know, but it is where we're at. That is where we're at. Our parents, our dads didn't have to woo our moms with social media signs of affection and stuff like that. Whereas now, in this generation, if your person isn't posting you, you getting some side-eye energy.
That's if you're active on social media. And remember, you even said that, like, if you say off rip, they're posting all the time, they're on the social media, posting on a story, you're not on it.
Yes, that's a red flag to me.
But if they're not on it at all, I'm not good. I'm personally, if I know someone that's not on social media, I'm not gonna try and convince them to get on it. I'm trying to save them time and energy. Don't get on. Don't join the beast if you're not a part of it already, because you're just gonna save yourself so much time and energy. I'm gonna back away from that one. Love them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back away from that before I get canceled in this mode.
Love him or leave him. Me, 25 female, him, 26 male. We live 3 hours apart and I always have to drive to him. He always has a valid reason, but it gets tiring. Been dating 5 months. He has not asked me to be his Gia, and he's super sweet when we are together. Hit it.
Immediately stop driving to this man.
Stop wasting your gas money.
I get you.
No.
I get you.
Gas prices and inflation ain't even
I get you.
built for this.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if I said it in another video, but I'm gonna say it here.
What?
Relationships are built on strings of sacrifice.
It don't feel like there's much sacrifice on the end. He's
Not always has a valid excuse.
always is a valid excuse.
Not always.
It's really nice y'all want to meet up. Oh, I hate
Meet
to get,
halfway.
I hate to get in your business.
What?
But if y'all are doing the do
Oh, and you driving
and
3
you driving
hours.
3
6
hours. 6 hours. This is
6 hours.
6 hour round trip. There and back.
Yeah. Absolutely not. And you're not his girlfriend?
Absolutely not. You
Do
gotta
the
do
math.
better. Do the math.
Do the math.
Do the math. No girlfriend claim?
No.
5 months? How many trips have you taken?
Of course he's super sweet when you're together.
I would be too if you
You
drove 3
pulled
hours.
a booty call pulled up on him.
Dang. Hopefully you're not the booty call. Hopefully that's not the case.
If he getting any type of anything, babe, whether it be, I'm saying booty call don't even just mean literally giving your booty. It can also be you giving him kisses, you giving him massages, scratching his scalp, whatever. You driving 6 hours.
Anything past conversation,
Yeah, it's a
low-
booty call.
like low key.
Of course he's gonna be super sweet.
Yeah, shoot.
He needs to prove it with his actions that he actually wants to be with you.
Yeah.
You're
Show
pulling
me
up
his-
on half a year.
Show me a string of
And
sacrifice, man.
You're 25, he's 26. Oh, he knows. He knows by now if he wants to commit to you. So it's time for that conversation.
That 3 hour drive can't.
It's time for that conversation.
That can't. Don't play yourself. Don't ever play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
Love them or leave them. They treat you better than you've ever been treated before, but they always claim to be broke and have horrible money habits.
I'm gonna say love him,
I'm gonna say love them.
but this requires conversation. This requires planning and budgeting.
An action plan.
Yeah, this requires a change for sure.
A change is necessary. There are 3 big things that can really F up a relationship: sex, money, communication. Those 3 need to be intact. Romance without finance has no chance. That's not to say leave every broke man behind, because we got to get out of this materialistic mindset when it comes to relationships, y'all. There's way more important attributes and intangibles that need to be met. You can make more money, but you can't really change somebody's heart. That being said, he still needs to get his bucks together, or we can work something out together.
If
maybe
he
get
claims
you a
to be
savings
broke
plan.
but also has horrible money habits, what's that there?
Yeah, like does he have money and blows it?
Exactly, because that is a problem.
And what does he blow the money on?
Ding, ding, ding. Because if he out here betting on these sports games, no.
Betting it, smoking it, gambling it,
Right.
drinking it, all that away.
Stop it.
Then that's probably a lead.
fingers
I'm like,
swinging.
yeah, you gotta do better than that.
Gotta do better.
Gotta do better than that. I don't know how old y'all are, but that's a young man's game.
It shouldn't be nobody's
It
game.
really shouldn't be, but most young guys be on that, like, I don't need to worry about my finances and all that right now. I'm trying to get it together. But once you start becoming an adult, you realize that the adult world will kick your ass if you don't get it together. then you still got some growing to do.
Yeah, man.
All right, last one.
Love him or leave him. Been watching you both for years. Thank you. Anyway, please keep this anonymous. Already are. So I'm in university and this guy and I became friends. We're not official or anything. We don't know each other that well. We sit next to each other in the studio, both architecture students. His body language is open and comfortable. When we talk, it feels great. I notice he looks at me a lot. Bit weird for me, but it's fine. Checking on me at times and willing to help me with small things that I didn't ask him for, but he did anyway. So it felt like a good vibe. But I added him on Insta. Text him and he just replies. I don't feel the engagement that he's usually like in person. The irony is he's one of the first people to watch my Insta stories. We finished our first year of university, so we obviously don't see each other. So not sure what to do, LOL. You just do you. Have you a good old summer, because that's what Brody doing. Y'all had a nice little classroom vibe going on. You know, the stares, the banter. Those are fun.
She's saying that he's meticulous and like he kind of knows her and stares at her from a distance and like he's very attentive when they're in person.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like, he's just a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and nervous.
This is your daughter.
Conjure up a conversation about it. Because sometimes
I'm calling BS, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because you were that, but you changed to get me. You went out your way to be a texter, to be a communicator. Negroes go after what they want. Let's not BS this girl. I'm being for real. He's living his best life. They might have a little classroom, whatever, but she wouldn't be sending this in if she was getting mixed signals. I didn't get mixed signals when you were coming after me. It was very clear. And yeah, he might be scoping her Instagram stories. What's she doing? Just being nosy. But he has her number. He has ways to get in touch with her and communicate if he wanted. It wouldn't be this bland. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. What do you do? Nothing really. F all of that. That's playground energy.
Yeah, you lucky spit facts.
You know, you better enjoy your summer.
If a man truly wants you, he's really gonna go out of his way.
They
She's
make
right.
it abundantly clear.
She's right. She's right. Most men will get real bold for someone that they truly want.
You know?
They'll change. They'll do some weird
They'll
stuff.
do some weird out-of-body stuff.
Yeah.
Things they haven't done before.
Yeah.
Because they really want it.
I was trying to play devil's advocate, okay? I was trying to look out for
No,
bro.
I can't let my sis play herself.
You're right. Don't let me gaslight you. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. That's bad advice. Bad advice. Bad advice. Well, that is all we have for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Really hope you guys are getting something out of this. Now, I will say, some of these were a bit on the long side.
Yeah.
Gonna need to shorten them up just a little bit. We do some stuff on Patreon, quality case studies.
Yeah, the long ones are quality case
Case
studies
studies.
on Patreon.
We do those on
where
Patreon.
We like deep dive someone's stuff.
If you have like a really long one, that's where you probably want to submit those
Yes.
quality case studies, which we can actually leave below in the description box if you want to. If you're a part of the Patreon gang, you want to submit to that. We might, no promises, might drop one of the quality case studies here on YouTube to give you an example of what that looks like. But for the most part, those are going to stay exclusive to the Patreon fans. But yeah, other than that, y'all, that's all we have. If you don't already know, I'm Josh. She's EC. Together we are Josh and EC. You can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. Yeah, give it to me. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again, peace, love, and grease. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we out.